Paradise FM. Pato Ranking Aboli was what you were listening to. But right now we're going to be switching it up. We're going to have a conversation right here with me. I have a very I don't want to say what I say off air though. I'm
Troublesome.
kind of bit very troublesome individual right here with me. But he happens to be really intelligent. I mean, he has, you have to cover up for something
Also,
with something. Okay, so earlier we had heard that the local government autonomy hasn't been granted even after the Supreme Court judgment says it should be implemented. And we don't know why, but this person, this public analyst, he's none other than Ukorebi Esien. He's here to explain the way he knows how to explain best why he thinks things are still like this. So nice of you to join us in the studio today, Okorobi. Good morning.
thank you very much. Good morning, Cross Riverians. Good morning, Cross River. Good morning, the most beautiful girl. Mm? And
You're in that
happiness.
trouble. Mind yourself.
Well,
How are you doing today? You look fresh. Looks like you enjoy the weather.
I look fresh because I'm just coming into town.
Oh,
You know, Calabar is not fresh.
don't say that about our beautiful, sweet country, Abi States, rather.
Mm.
Okay, so it's wonderful having you
Okay.
here with us, and a lot of accession, people saying a lot of things regarding this matter. But what do you have to say about it?
Well, I think first we should understand that the Supreme Court is a court of policy. So what that means is we have the executive, we have the legislature, and we have the judiciary. So each of these arms of government have roles to play in ensuring Nigeria's as a nation runs smoothly. So the executive can come up with policies that will be implemented, and the legislature can also come up with legislations that will also be implemented. And the Supreme Court also has its role to also come up with policies. And aside the policies they come up with through their judgment, they can also interpret whatever the executive or the legislature have actually put in place by virtue of the constitutions and bills and laws and all that. So the Supreme Court is there to interpret these things. And for me, the failure or the perceived failure of the implementation of this local government financial autonomy, let's put that in quotes, because when you say autonomy, what the Supreme Court have said is not a total autonomy of the local government. Because we just talked about their finances.
What does that mean? Total.
Yes. Now, look at the structure of the local government. Look at our constitution. The local government is not actually, what people don't even know, that our local government is not a tier of government. So we keep saying we have three tiers of government: the federal, the state, but the constitution does not recognize the local government as a tier of government. So the local government is subsect under the states.
Okay, so
So it
that
is.
means that the local government will not even get this money.
So even if at the end of the day they have this financial autonomy per se,
Yeah.
that the money comes and it comes directly into the account. So it's there are other things that will still be holding it. So whatever Mr. President had in mind to free the local government from the shackles and perceived bondage of the state government would not be achieved. It's just only by virtue of the finances that it comes directly to the account. So, and for me, while these local governments, the court judgment is they find still difficult to implement. It's just a judgment. But look at the constitution. What does the constitution says? There's a section of the constitution that recognizes that the state and the local government should have a joint account. So you cannot pass one judgment here and the constitution is conflicting with that judgment. So for that judgment to be implemented, we have to go back to the constitution. So there have to be a total overhaul of the structure of the local government if Mr. President or whoever wants that total freedom of the local government. So we have to go back to the constitution and maybe amend it. But that process is not just an easy process like that. It's going to take a while, and there are processes. So at some point, it may even be killed, because I remember even when I started practicing newly, they wanted to do, I think, House of Assembly autonomy or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And even here in the Cross River State House of Assembly, they kicked against it. They voted against themselves.
Hmm.
So at the end of the day, this restructuring of the local government system will still pass through the 36 state House of Assemblies. So each of the House of Assemblies will have to vote, and at the end of the day, the voting pattern and all will decide if it will work or if it will fail.
Wait, please let me ask in favor of the layman listening to you. So you're talking about voting for what again?
Now, the process of adjusting or the process of ensuring that the local government is autonomous have to go through a constitutional review process.
Mm-hmm.
And in the processes, each of the state house of assembly will have a yes or no vote.
Okay.
I don't know if you understand.
Yes or no votes.
So in Cross River State, we have 25 members. So each of the 25 members will vote for a yes or a no.
Okay.
So
okay.
if out of 25, 24 said no, so Cross River State is saying no.
Yeah.
So it goes to other states like that. So if out of the 36 states, 30 states says no,
okay.
So that is as good as dead.
Oh, I get what you mean now. So what does this mean for the local government area?
Which of the financial?
Yes, the financial autonomy, the fact that it has to go through the states.
Well, if it's going through the state, like what is currently happening and why there's this agitation for the change and that their finances should go directly to them, is this perceived belief that the state government are using the local government funds instead of allowing the local government to run on its own. So, but you cannot stop a man who appointed somebody, like the electoral umpire who elected the person into the local government system was appointed by me. The person who was elected finally was approved by me, and whatever happens there was approved by me. And the funds are coming, and you're now saying I should not decide or determine what happens.
Yeah.
And before now, what used to happen is that local government chairmen had so much power that they could confront governors. They could withstand governors, confront governors. So as you are doing projects in the states, the chairmen are also doing projects in their states. So you cannot decide who goes to the local government or if the local government chairman will have a second term or not, because he's already buying the minds of the people and all that. So, but when this issue of joint accounts came, they were controlling their finance. So most of the governors will say, don't worry, your local government is under my state. For instance, now if I do a project in Obudu, what other project are you going to do there?
Okay.
You understand? So I'm doing the road, I'm doing electricity, I'm doing this. Obudu is still under Cross River State. So you just pay. In short, I think even the state itself, the state control the civil service system in the local government. So it's still some. They have the local government service commission that is being funded by the state government and all that. So with all that, there's no how you tell me that a governor will sit and will not want to control the resources of whatever happens in the local government. But what that will mean if the local government has this financial autonomy is that one, there will be more space for the politicians in quotes. More space in the sense that where the local government system is not strong and financially strong and powerful, you see that every politician wants to be an appointee in the state. Every politician wants to be SA, want to be House of Assembly member, want to be all of them. They are rushing to the state or the federal government. But with this strong financial system or the autonomy in the local government, you see that everybody is now okay. Just look at what has just happened now, where as soon as because of the federal government, the Supreme Court judgment, you see all local government have now had elected officers. And if you see in Cross River State, the appointment that are dishing out, many of them having up to 50, 60 appointees. But in time past, it wasn't like that. Why? Because they believe, oh, so much money is now coming, so we can now run the local government administration the way we feel is best for our people, and we could also lend out some hands of support. So if this autonomy is given, actually it's for the good of the common man. It's